Fire. This fire. Singha Durbar on fire. The Prime Minister's house on fire. Shouts of anger tearing through Kathmandu, fighting, flames, smoke choking the night sky. Screens smashed, chairs thrown, streets burning. And in those moments, it felt like Nepal was collapsing into darkness. But in this darkness, a question burns brighter than the flames. Who will be the next Prime Minister of Nepal? Hello friends, welcome back to Pandit TV. Today we're diving into one of the most explosive stories shaking South Asia right now. The Gen Z revolt in Nepal that toppled a government overnight. If you've seen the viral videos of burning buildings and chanting crowds, you're probably wondering, how did a social media ban ignite such chaos? Stick around, because we're breaking it all down, step by step, just like a detective unraveling a thriller. Let's get into it. Imagine a country where majestic Himalayas meet ancient temples. But beneath that postcard, beauty lies a powder keg of frustration. That's Nepal today. Why did it erupt on September 8, 2025? Simple. Gen Z's rage against corruption, joblessness, and a government that tried to silence them. But to understand the explosion, we need to rewind the clock, because this didn't happen in a vacuum. Nepal's story is one of epic struggles. For centuries, kings ruled with iron fists, the Shah dynasty from the 1700s. Then came the 1990s Maoist insurgency, a decade-long civil war that killed over 17,000, all in the name of equality against feudal monarchy. Fast forward to 2006, massive people's uprisings forced King Gyanendra off the throne. By 2008, the monarchy was history, and Nepal became a federal republic. Elections, constitutions, fresh start. Hope was in the air. But here's the twist. That hope fizzled fast. In less than 20 years, over a dozen governments have come and gone. Prime ministers play musical chairs with shaky coalitions. Nepali Congress, UML Communists, Maoist Center flipping alliances like it's a game. The people left holding empty promises. Economy crawling at 4 to 5% growth, barely lifting millions from poverty. Remember the 2015 earthquake? It killed nearly 9,000, destroyed icons like Kathmandu's heritage sites, and reconstruction funds swallowed by corruption scandals. Enter the villain of this chapter, K.P. Sharma Oli. Born in 1952, this communist veteran has been PM 4 times, 2015, 2018, 2021, and 2024, clinging to power through fragile deals. His style? Fiery nationalism, border disputes with India, cozy ties with China via the Belt and Road. Promises galore. Hydropower to light up the nation, roads to connect remote villages, prosperity for every Nepali. Sounds great, right? Wrong. For the youth, it was all smoke. Take the Malamshi water project. Decades delayed, billions lost in scandals. Oli's cronies landed top jobs, merit thrown out the window. And that's just the tip. Corruption isn't some abstract evil here. It's a virus rotting Nepal from inside. Think about it. Transparency International ranks Nepal 110th out of 180 countries, with a score in the low 30s, meaning graft is rampant. Scandals hit like bombs. The 2023 fake Bhutanese refugee scam, where officials pocketed millions in bribes for phony passports. Nepal Airlines wide-body plane buy, overpriced, hundreds of millions vanished. Sikta irrigation project, a kickback black hole, leaving farmers high and dry. Meanwhile, politicians jet around, build palaces in Baluatar, while the average Nepali scrapes by on under $1,500 a year. Now, zoom in on the real fuel. Unemployment crushing the young. Over 20% of the youth jobless. Picture this. a bright engineering grad from Tribhuvan University, dreaming of building sustainable Nepal. Instead, driving taxis in polluted Kathmandu or queuing for Gulf visas. Every day, 1,700 Nepalese flee to Qatar, Malaysia, Dubai, facing brutal exploitation, even death in scandals like Qatar's World Cup stadiums. Remittances keep the lights on. $11 billion in 2024, nearly 30% of GDP. Workers abroad send cash for homes and schools, but it's a fragile crutch. No real local industries, no innovation. Prices spike with 6 to 7% inflation. Rice, veggies up 10 to 15%. Roads crumble in monsoons, like the Prithvi Highway isolating villages. Hospitals run dry on basics, forcing pricey private care. Schools, public ones overcrowded, private fees a killer. This is where Gen Z enters the frame. Nepal's 8 million digital natives, born after 1997. Raised on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, they see the world zooming ahead while Nepal stalls. Online, they expose the rot. Politicians' kids flaunting supercars as youth scrape for bus fare. Inspired by global fire, Black Lives Matter, Greta's climate strikes, Arab Spring, they launched their own. Petitions against Bagmati river pollution, mental health campaigns post-COVID. But the boiling point? They're fed up with the lies, the weight, the corruption eating their future. Then came the match. On September 5th, 2025, Ali's government banned major social media platforms. No Facebook, no Instagram, no TikTok. Official line? To curb misinformation and scams. But everyone saw through it. This was a desperate gag on the growing online resistance. Social media was Gen Z's weapon. Memes roasted Ali as a foreign puppet. Leaks dropped bombs, bribe audios, photos of lavish weddings on public dime. Hashtags like #EndCorruptionNepal and #YouthForChange racked millions of views. Live streams united city and rural youth, exposing police brutality in remote spots. The ban? National security, with providers ordered to block or face fines. Big mistake. Instead of quiet, it sparked inferno. Gen Z flipped the script. VPN downloads exploded. ExpressVPN, NordVPN surging in Nepal. Telegram and Signal groups ballooned. Underground tutorials spread like wildfire. Online anger morphed into real-world action. Calls for a massive Gen Z rally on September 8th, drawing from 2015 Madhisi rights protests and 2020 COVID mismanagement fury. September 8th breaks tense. Kathmandu's valley, framed by snow peaks, usually buzzes with chai vendors and Swayambhunath chants. But today, electric with rally whispers via WhatsApp and Telegram. Ground Zero, Maitigar Mandala, Nepal's Tahrir Square. Students flood in, banners blazing. End the ban, fight corruption, Gen Z awakens, no more Nepo kids. Hooded teens, backpackers, even school skippers share water, start soft chants. Oli Hatao, Desh Bachao. Remove Oli, save the nation. By 9 a.m., thousands strong. Hills Tamang, valleys Nuwari, plains Madhisi, all one. Portable speakers pump Yamabuddha rap remixed with anthems. Pre-banned TikTok's project on walls. Noon, march surges to New Baneshwar, Parliament's doorstep. 50,000 pack Kathmandu, ripples hit Pokhara, Biratnagar, Chitwan. Shops shutter in support. Cars honk solidarity. Bystanders dive in. Police wall up. Riot gear gleams, helmets, batons, gas launchers. Nepal police and armed force bark, disperse, no dice. Arms locked, they advance. Hamro Awaz San, hear our voice. Influencers shout demands, lift the ban, probe corruption, youth jobs now. Chaos unleashes, tear gas clouds burn eyes and throats. Water cannons blast, slamming protesters in icy sprays. Screams cut the air. Coughs, falls, alley regroups. Medics bandage on the fly. Retaliation. Stones fly from roofs. Shields rise. Plywood, lids, umbrellas like Hong Kong 2019. Molotovs soar. Barricades shatter under the human tide. 2 p.m. War everywhere. Rubber bullets tear flesh. Live fire. Witnesses hear deadly cracks. Injuries skyrocket. Breaks, cuts, gas poisoning. Hospitals overflow. Bare hospitals' floors slick with blood. Doctors in triage panic. Heart-wrenching. A 19-year-old from Butwal loses an eye to a rubber bullet but vows the fight goes on. Nationwide. Pokhara's lakes blocked. Biratnagar factories silent. VPNs stream the horror. Cops charging live. 4 p.m. Unimaginable. Singha Durbar stormed. The 1908 Rana Palace, now Nepal's power nerve. Offices, ministries, parliament bids, cracks. Thousands overrun the West Gate. Guards bolt. Inside, pure rage. Chairs dragged out as corruption symbols. Monitors explode like thunder. Documents torch. Vehicles blaze. Smoke chokes the sky. Flames consume walls, furniture, portraits. PM's residence trashed. Windows smashed. Gates ripped. Sky black from afar. Evening, Kathmandu battlefield. Fires cast eerie shadows. Clashes grind on. Night. Grim tally. 19 dead, mostly young, from bullets or crushes. Hundreds wounded, some fatally. Families hunt morgues. Tragic. A Lalitpur mom mourns her 21-year-old aspiring rapper son. In the blaze, government implodes. Army rolls in, 90,000 troops position, but no trigger pull. Chief tells Ollie, "I won't slaughter citizens. My duty is to save lives." Post-Civil War code avoids civilian slaughter. Ollie's checkmate. No backup. Allies scatter. Maoists bail. Nation boils. Stay. Risk blood rivers. Civil war. Quit. Save face. He bows out. Midnight broadcast. For unity. To stop violence. Reality? Panic. Protesters at his door. Global eyes glaring. The youth he dismissed corner him. Ministers tumble. Home Minister for deadly mishandling. Finance for looming crash. Cabinet in tatters. September 9th. Nepal adrift, leaderless. Caretakers scramble. Curfews clamp Kathmandu to Pokhara. Dusk to dawn lockdowns. Patrols prowl ghost streets. Airports shut, tourists stuck. Embassies scream, hide or evacuate. Economy freezes, shops barred, markets dead. Tourism craters, Everest camps vacant, Tamil hushed. Millions bleed daily. Stocks crash, rupee dives. Global echo. India frets borders, offers aid with talks. China shields investments like Pokhara Airport. UN pleads restraint. Human Rights Watch slams brutality, calls for probes. US and EU champion free speech, dangle sanctions. But streets pulse. Youth buck curfews with candle vigils for the fallen. Demands evolve, end corruption, youth jobs via training and startups, systemic fixes like proportional representation and anti-nepotism laws. Social media creeps back, but wounds gape. In the void, a hero emerges. Balendra Shah, Balen. 2022 Kathmandu Mayor, independent at 32. Engineer with Indian masters, once rapper Balen, dropping bars on graft and decay. Hit Sajan Rastrabadi, skewers fake patriots. As mayor, revived filthy Bagmati, seized public lands, rolled free Wi-Fi, bribe defier, elite buster. To Gen Z, pure hope. Untethered from dusty parties. Youth magnet, memes, direct chats. Hash Balen for PM explodes. Petitions rack lakhs. PM gig, no easy verse. Shadowy packs needed. Constitution demands 138 of 275 lawmakers. Nepali Congress eyes him suspiciously. Fearing his wildcard, army vets transitions. Can Balin scale? Fuse urban fire with rural needs? Streets believe. Chants, vigils roar his name. Politicians quake, hunt backups. Army watches, blocking anarchy. What's ahead? Three paths diverge. 1. Peaceful pivot. Coalition crowns bail in interim. Elections in 6 months, reforms roll, graft-busting commission, social media safeguards, youth job quotas. Nepal shines as Gen Z democracy poster child. 2. Endless storm. Unmet demands reignite flames. Protests spill borders. Choke India trade. GDP shrinks 5 to 10%. Jobs evaporate. Fractures widen. Metis and ethnics splinter into revolts. 3. Iron fist. Chaos peaks. Army declares emergency under Article 273. Order snaps back, but at freedom's cost, echoing 2005's royal coup. Democracy on ice, world turns away, society cracks deeper. Which fork? The suspense kills. But one truth: Gen Z won't hush. Probes dig. Autopsies confirm live rounds. Families channel grief to activism. Friends, this wasn't just a ban backlash. It was a scream for dignity, survival, a real future. Gen Z's wave crashes worldwide. Hong Kong's umbrellas versus gas, Chile's inequality marches, Thailand's monarchy challenge, Bangladesh's student-led topple. Nepal joins with tech smarts and raw grit. Their ask? Basics. Affordable schools, fair work, leaders who don't steal. Walk the ashes with me. Singha Durbar blanketed in soot, chair skeletons twisted. A young woman clutches a charred banner, eyes steel. In hospitals, a Pathan programmer, bandaged, declares, "We lost friends, but found our voice." An activist sums it, "Corruption lit the match. Now we rebuild." September 8th's embers whisper a revolution. A generation awakens. They won't shrink back. That's the raw truth of Nepal's revolt, friends. The fire at Singha Durbar. Ollies fall. Gen Z's rise. What do you think? Will Balin lead the charge? Or will old shadows creep back? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't miss our latest video. It's right on your screen. Until next time, this is Pandit TV. Stay informed, stay fierce, stay safe, stay aware.